Welcome back, folks. So we proceed. Now we are going to observe the concept of area rule. So I would like to define the width area first. Yeah? Area simply means the region that covers the whole object. So if we want to see the area here of this object, we have to make sure that we shade all this part here. We shade all of this, then that is the area. So when I speak about the area, we're speaking about the region that covers the whole object. In this case, our object is triangle. And if we say this is a triangle, then it must have a base. It must also have perpendicular height. Here we also have another triangle this side. If it's indeed the triangle, so it must have a base, it must have perpendicular height. It must also have 3 angles. So those are some properties of the triangle. Now I want us to look at this formula here. This formula says that the area of a triangle is given by half of base times height. So half of base, we are referring to this bottom side as a base. We can use B to represent the base. And for the perpendicular height, we're going to use H to represent perpendicular height. So now we all understand that the area of a triangle is given by half the base times height. So we have some few proofs here with regard to area rule. I would like to start with this one on the left. Let me grab a pen here. Let me take a pen so that we may be able to write. So look at this shape here. Let's analyze it very carefully. This is a triangle, and the name of this triangle is A, B, C. And the distance from A up to C is given by B. Angle A is called an acute angle, as we can see it here. So the first thing that we do when we prove the area rule, we first consider the whole triangle here, which is triangle ABC. ABC. And then we remember that actually ABC is half of base times height, and we name this equation number 1. Having said that, we're going to use definition of sine here, considering the fact that sine is given by H, which is opposite over hypotenuse. So I want to construct a line here. If there is a line here, let me draw it for us. Grab a pen. Here is our height. So the sine of A is given by the opposite, which is H over hypotenuse. This side becomes R, because when I draw my height here, perpendicular height, I have angle 90 degrees there. That's why here we said the sine of A is equal to the opposite, which is H over C. So in this case, we have our R is the same as smaller c. So if this is C, this is small c. If this is A, capital letter A, this is smaller a. Then here we solve For H, we make H the subject of the formula. And then we get the H is equals to C times sin A. So we cross multiply it here. Having done that, we substitute this H back on this formula. And that is why here we have C, the sine of theta. Let me clear this through. So we obtain H, we substitute H to equation 1. Then this is what we obtain. Similarly, this similarly simply means using the same method with the same steps, we can obtain this part. So let's explain it very nicely. I want to clarify this part here. A sin C. A sin C. Now, when we get the sine of C, the sine of C is given by the opposite, which is H, over this side, which is here. This is our height. So the sine of this angle is given by the opposite, which is H over R. Our R there is small a. And this side here is 90 degrees. That is why here we have this part where we have A, the sine of B, as our H. So the H is equals to, from this side, is equals to A, the sine of C. That is why here we have this A and also have the sine of C. So we proved it. Now formula. It's easy, no? So let's recap. Just observe what we've done. What we did from here, we said on this triangle, we constructed the height there, we named it H. From there, we applied the definition of sine here. That's sine A, which is H over C. Then we made H the subject of the formula to obtain H equals to C sine A. Then we substituted H back to this formula here. That is why we obtain half of B, C times A. Similarly, meaning we're going to use the same approach using the same steps. So now we come to C. The sine of C is given by the opposite over the hypotenuse. That is why here we have half of AB sine C. So the height here is given by A, the sine of C. We substitute that here. Then where there is H, we substitute H by A, the sine of C. Remember that multiplication is commutative. AB is the same as BC. So I think that's clear for now with regard to this. Please write it down and try to practice it again. You can repeat this video as well if there is something that we've missed. Thank you for joining this session. Let's meet again on the next session.